Hello everyone, this is Orlando from A Collector's Dream, and today I'm going to show you my 1971 Topps football set. You know, I collected from 1970, well, a little earlier, but I actually completed sets, all the baseball from 70 to 74, and I had almost completed the 71 football. So I ended up, I guess I needed somewhere in the 30 or 40 cards. I went ahead and completed it, started completing it recently, last year. And now I'm down to one card, which is the big card, actually, the Terry Bradshaw rookie card. It's the only one I need for the set. And I've been wanting to show the set. I was waiting to try to get the Bradshaw, but it just got to a point. Here's the Unitas. It just gets to a point that something else always comes up. I was ready to buy it, and then as I showed you in one of my last videos, the Goal Line Art postcard autograph of Walter Payton showed up, and I ended up getting that. So I keep putting off the Bradshaw rookie because I know I can get it anytime. It's not like it's a rare card or anything like that. But I do want to show you the set without the Bradshaw rookie, and then when I get the Bradshaw rookie, I'll go ahead and show you that. That's probably going to be. I had it on the list for the National, but I didn't get it at the National either. So I don't know. I'll probably have it to get it again at the National. But anyway, let me go ahead and start showing you the 1971 Topps. And the 71 Topps cards, there's 263 cards in the set. And the set was issued in two series. With the first series is number 1 to 132. And then the second series starts at 133. So it starts at Ray Nitschke's, the first one for the second series. So I'll show you that one when we get to it, but I just wanted to tell you about the two series on that. And what I like about these, and you know that I like colorful cards, and these are very colorful. They're basically, they come in two colors. The red is the AFC, and the blue is the NFC. So you see the NFC, that's going to be the blue cards, and the AFC is going to be the red cards. Now, there are some cards that are both, like this. The red and the blue. And those are the All-Star, the Pro Bowl cards. So the Pro Bowl cards, or the Pro Bowlers, they have the blue and the red. And this is Mean Joe Green, and this is one of the rookie cards of the sets. The only two rookie cards in this set are Mean Joe Green and Terry Bradshaw, the two Steeler greats. So let's go ahead and start showing you some of that and the set. And some of the main cards in the set you're going to see, are of course the Johnny Unitas, the Dick Butkus, George Blanda, Larry Zonka, Fran Tarkenton, Gale Sayers, Bart Starr, Joe Namath, O.J. Simpson. So you have a lot of big names. This is the early 70s. This is the time where you're going to have a lot of Hall of Fame players. And that's the other reason I like this set. So all my other football sets from the 70s, unfortunately, are gone. The same with my baseball, all my 60s are gone except for the 62. Those were all sold many years ago. Now, I do have probably about 150 doubles from this set. So if anybody watching this is trying to put together this set and needs some, just go ahead and email me a list of what you need. And I'll go ahead and try to get that for you because I have a bunch of doubles. So this is the number 1 card, Johnny Unitas. And to show you the back of the cards, what I also like about this, it's the first time that Topps put their entire history, the lifetime stats. They put the lifetime stats on these cards. They hadn't done that before. And of course, they always do the standard little cartoon with information about the player, but they have here the lifetime statistics. So that's something neat and different about this set. So I want to tell you a little bit about the set before we start showing it. So what I did was I kind of took it out of the binders to show it a little bit easier and just have the whole set right here. Just kind of have them in here. You know, I really don't collect graded cards. Most of my cards, probably 90% of my collection is raw. The ones that you'll see graded, the Johnny Unitas, I did have it graded this year. And the other ones that you're going to see in the CSG holders, I actually bought those because I did go to the CSG grading. I saw their grading, and when they first came out, nobody was buying them. Nobody liked the green. But for me, I wasn't buying that. I was buying the card. So I was able to get these really, really cheap, just at same prices as the raw cards, because nobody was buying CSG in the beginning of it. So anyway, here we go with the set. So the number one card is Johnny Unitas, and you got Jimmy Butler here. You got Marty Schottenheimer, and these you're going to see are in pretty good shape. They're probably mid-grade. Tom Dempsey, Chuck Allen, Ernie Kellerman, Walt Garrison, Bill Van Heusen. So you're going to see some name players and, of course, some commons. But here is Lance Allworth, one of the greatest wide receivers. Greg Landry, Larry Krause. Look at that. That's a Hall of Famer, Buck Buchanan. These cards are in pretty good shape, actually, really good shape. Like I said, I have a bunch of doubles, so if anybody's interested, let me know. Send me a list. Clifton McNeil, Bob Brown. And there's one of the Dolphin players. Dolphins went on to have an awesome year, and then the following year they had the undefeated season. Here's a few more guys here. Don Maynard, Harry Wilson, Jim Johnson. Here's Dick Butkus. You see how these guys are all solid color, except Larry Wilson. Actually, he's a Hall of Famer here. He was an All-Pro. So the All-Pro cards have two colors, like the Dick Butkus. These have two color cards because these were the All-Pro players. There's the back. I'll show you the back of the Dick Butkus. And they have the lifetime. They have the interceptions. They have the lifetime records. So I like these cards. This is the set, my favorite set from the 70s. There's Charlie Taylor. So I got a lot of, I had missed the putting in the checklist card, so I put it in by itself. So here we go with some more guys. Terry Hanratty, Leroy Jordan. That's a great running back there, Carl Garrett. And there's another one of the Hall of Famers, All-Star. So if you didn't know about the colors, that's how it is. The AFC is the red, the NFC is the blue, and the All-Pros. The All-Pro players are the red and blue. Bobby Bell. Here we go with a few more guys here. Paul Martha, there's George Blanda. Alex Karras. Look at that picture of Jack Snow. That pose, what kind of pose is that? And here's my man Larry Zonka, best running back of that era, unstoppable. That's why the Dolphins went undefeated. Don Shula, great coach, just said, hey, they can't stop the run, keep doing it. Here's Jim Hart, another good quarterback back in the day. Al Atkinson. There's Sonny Jurgensen. There's Bubba Smith. Look at that. What a beautiful card there. Bubba Smith. Bobby Douglas. And Willie Wood. Willie Wood was an incredible player he was. Seahawks All-Star. So his card is split here. And there's Bubba Smith also, All-Star. He's like All-Pro, but they call it All-Star. And one of the things I want to tell you a little bit about this set is that, just keep looking at these big turns, got a little mustache there, is that these cards are extremely hard to grade in high grade. Extremely, extremely hard because of the borders. I mean, you can spot any little ding on any of these borders so easily because of the colors. You know, and even though there's John Stenerud, Altie Taylor, I mean, even though mines are in good shape, you know, this is pretty much gonna grade out to, you know, 5, 6s, stuff like that. But what I wanted to say is that there's, look, according to PSA, there's, well, great cowboy receiver. According to PSA, see how nice the condition on some of these are? But they're not going to grade high, unfortunately, because the off-centering sometimes, and sometimes the, it's just the nicks in the little corners, just impossible. There's Dick Anderson, another top Hall of Famer there. Another Farr, Daryl LaMonica. But I was going to say is that, just looking up the, there's another awesome player, Alan Page. I was looking up the PSA pop report on these cards. And there's 67,779 graded cards. 67,000. There's Emerson Boozer. And out of the 67,000, there's only 83 PSA 10s. The entire set. Out of 67,000. And there's just a little over 2,000 PSA 9s. So that shows you how tough this set is, especially in high grade. It's like the 71 Topps baseball. And I'm drawn to that stuff, so that's what I like. I try to get those cards, try to get them in good condition, and if I do have them in good condition, I'll keep them. That's why I kept the 71. I have a 71 Topps set. I have a 62 Topps baseball set also, which is another one of those sensitive condition cards. And this set here for football is one of the condition sensitives. And for basketball, if you recall, I have the 70-71 Tall Boys, and I graded a lot of those also, and those graded high, and those are also full color to the end. And you know, I'm attracted to those type of cards. I like these colorful cards. So keep showing you some of this set. Dan Abramovich. There's another top player for the Dolphins. Mercury Morris, boy, he was fast. You know, you had 3 guys for the Dolphins, 3 running backs. You had Larry Zonka, which was just a monster, big bruiser running up the middle. Then you had Mercury Morris, who was a speedster, went along on the outside. And then you had Jim Kick, and Jim Kick could do it all. He was come out of the back and receive, was a receiver, and he could run, he was quick, but mostly, you know, they had an incredible team. Tom Mack, great guard back then, an all-star again, an all-pro. The all-pro, and it was different back then. They didn't pick everybody. I mean, as you can see, Nowitzki was not an all-pro. Neither was Johnny Unitas. You know, the people that selected the Pro Bowl was very limited back then. Fred Cox, Chris Hamburger, another great player here. So then John Brody. Yeah, John Brody is an all-star. He's an awesome quarterback back then, 49ers. Another great running back here, Tucker Fredrickson. Gordon, wide receiver. Walter Johnson. There's a second series checklist. You see a second series starts with number 133, Ray Nitschke. So we're still in the first series here. And the second series was printed a little less quantities than the first series. So the first series, there's more of those and probably going to be a little bit cheaper. It's not like it's a huge difference, but it is a little bit short printed second series, like most of them are in the old days. Haven Moses, look at that whole name. Kenny Houston, Willie Lanier, Larry Brown. And I remember these guys, all great players back in the days. Look at that, Mel Renfro. One of the great cornerbacks. So where am I here? I'm back to this number 119, almost in the second series. There's Mike Garrett. There's Fran Tarkenton. People don't realize how good of a player Fran Tarkenton was, because he was the best running, throwing quarterback in the day. Incredible numbers that were just beaten, but now it took years. There's Gary Yepremian. He was an incredible kicker, but he's remembered more for the fumble type pass that he did in the Super Bowl. Johnny Rowland. There's Merlin Olsen, another incredible player there, Merlin Olsen. Look at that face on him. It's like, get out of my way, I'm coming for you. Look at the spikes they wore. Oh, the real spikes there. So let's see where we're at here, 128. We're almost in the final series here, second series. Spider Lockhart. Look at that, Gene Washington. Boy, was he an incredible receiver for the Vikings. Gene Washington. He was great. Mike Phipps, Andy Russell, another all-star. And here goes number 133, which is a Ray Nitschke. And I'm thinking about breaking it out here, but these things are thick. The CSG holders are thick as hell. So I don't know, but I'd like to put them in the book. I'll keep the Johnny Unitas because it is the number one card. Probably keep that one like that, but these guys, I want to put them back in the book. One day if I figure out how to break this here. Anyway, this is the Ray Nitschke in a 7. That's the Ray Nitschke. That's number 133. That goes in this spot right here. Jerry Logan. There's MacArthur Lane, another great running back, and Jim Turner. Him and Gary Yepremian were the top kickers in those days. Well, now John Stenerud, I guess. So here goes some more guys here. This is just a nice set. I just love it. So colorful. Otis Taylor. Got some great players here. And, you know, like I said, this was in pretty good condition. There's Joe Cap. Let's see what else we got over here. The next page, we got Al Dodd, and one of the best running backs. Of course, I say that because I'm a Dolphin fan. Nick Buoniconti, big-time Hall of Famer. He was the head of the Killer Bees defense. It was Buoniconti and Bo Camper and a few other guys named Bees. There's Gale Sayers, one of my favorite players in those days. Gale Sayers. And Jim Otto. Gale Sayers and Jim Otto. They were great, great Hall of Famers. Dick LeBeau, just another Hall of Famer nobody even talks about. And what do we got here? I'm missing one here, and that's going to be number 150. What is? Oh, that is the. That's where the Bradshaw goes. Next to Leroy Kelly. So I'm missing the Bradshaw. I'll pick that up and then put that in this right here in that spot. It's the only one I'm missing. And there, look at that, Bob Greasy. That was the quarterback that people really don't even think about. But this guy was smart, very smart. Had a good release. It's on target. I mean, he was throwing to Paul Warfield the bombs. He would throw to Jim Kick and other players. Starting Pitts. So, hey, I'm a Dolphin fan, so I went to the Dolphin games. I showed one of the videos, the programs, autograph programs that I have from the 72 Dolphins, 71, 72, and 73 Dolphin seasons. So if you haven't seen those, go back and look at them. They're the pro magazines that were sold at the stadium. And I used to walk over there when I was a kid because I lived a couple miles away. And I used to go after the game into the stadium, grab some of the magazines people would leave, thrown on the floor or whatever, and then get them autographed by the players as they came out of the dugout. And I showed some of those in one of my videos about a month, not even a month ago, a few weeks ago. All right, here we go. Back to Gene Washington. Another great receiver for the 49ers. So these are the second series, the high series, second series cards. So these are a little bit more scarce than the first series. There's Jim Nance, Craig Morton. Let's see what we got there. Adrian Young, John Mackey, another good name from the past. Colts had a good team back then with Johnny Unitas. Preston Pearson, boy, he was fast. Remember, and of course, Fred Bilentikov. This guy was sneaky fast. People didn't realize it. And this guy had incredible hands. What a receiver. Fred Bilentikov. Mike Battle. Here we go with Len Dawson. Lenny Dawson. Another great quarterback, Hall of Famer. Continue on with the 1971 football set here. Show you the rest of the guys in the set. There's Jim Kick, the other Dolphin running back and receiver, because he'd come out of the backfield. And Roger Worley is an all-pro. Dave Wilcox, and look at this guy, Bob Hayes, the fastest man in football. Bullet Bob Hayes for the Cowboys. This guy was a track star, the first real track star that became a football player. And he was fast. You need to learn to catch a little better, but when he caught that ball, or when he got by you, nobody could catch him. He was a real track star in the Olympics and everything. So, Joe Morrison, Manny Sistrunk. These are the rest of the guys here in the second series. And let's see. I'm missing one here. Number 200. Oh, number 200 is the big guy, Bart Starr. Yes, the man. One of the best quarterbacks in the history of football, Bart Starr. And that's a beautiful 6.5. A little off-center, but you know, the corners are nice. Like I say, CSG grades accurately. And I picked this up for what an ungraded, a raw card would have been. So I'm happy to have that. Put that in there with my Ray Nitschke. And so he goes in this slot if I break it out. And there you go, Mike Mercer. There's Mick Tingelhoff, Matt Snell, look at that. For the Jets. Willie Brown, a great player for the Raiders. Great cornerback there. Let's check out his stats here on Willie Brown. Interception, 32 interceptions. He had 9 one year. And here we go with the rest of the guys here. Got a few more to go. Some good guys coming up here. Deacon Jones, Charlie Sanders, 2 All-Stars here. And you can't forget Jake Scott. Jake Scott, the MVP of the Super Bowl. Anybody remember that? Super Bowl MVP, Jake Scott. It's also top interception here. Jake Scott's got some wax in the back. Yeah, he had 5 interceptions first year. And Deacon Jones. So moving on to the rest of the guys. Harold Jackson, Calvin Hill, another good running back for the Cowboys. I hope you're enjoying my 1971 Topps football set. I'll try to wrap it up in a few minutes here. But I thought I'd go ahead and give you guys a good look at what I consider one of the nicest football sets of the 70s era. You know, you got some good pictures. They're posed, you know, but there are a couple, you know, here's a little action shot here. You know, but, you know, a lot of posed pictures, but I just love it. It's very colorful. It's one of those sets. Here's Roman Gabriel. This guy's going back for a pass here. Lynch, and here we go. Cecil Turner, and Dennis Shaw. So it's, to me, one of the nicest sets, football sets, and you know, I just like these type of sets with the colorful sets, and I kind of like the tough ones, you know, trying to get them in, find them in nice condition. So let's see what else we got here. Earl Morrall. Earl Morrall was a great quarterback with the Colts. The Colts let him go. To the Dolphins. And here we go. Number, here is 245, which is the Mean Joe Green rookie, which I showed you earlier, but this is number 245. That's a high number card. Mean Joe Green. This was in a 6. It's off-centered, but you know, these cards are tough to get them and without the chipping, and this doesn't have hardly any chipping in it. And that's his rookie card. So it doesn't have any of his stats, but he was already Mean Joe Green, rapidly developing into an all-pro as proven by the fact that he was selected as all-conference defensive tackle in 1970. So just came onto the scene and already was an all-pro. So we'll go ahead and leave these guys here and continue with the show. So Joe Green goes here, and here comes Harmon Wages, Earl Mann. Here's Joe Namath. There he is. There's Joe Namath. Incredible guy, incredible quarterback, Hall of Famer. Not the best statistics, but he was a well-loved guy, kind of like the Mickey Mantle of football. So that's the Joe Namath card, and it talks about Joe in the back and the stats in the back. Yeah, after not missing a game for 5 years, and he had horrible knees. But anyway, that's the Joe Namath card there from the 1971 set. And finish up the rest of the set with the last page. Robert Holmes, there's John Hadle, Cornell Gordon, Mark Mosley, another good kicker. Gus Otto, the Patriots quarterback here. And you got OJ. OJ's one of the last cards, yeah. 262, 263. Got OJ. Got the OJ card here, right next to the Paul Warfield. And John Concannon. So anyway, guys, that is the 1971 Topps football set. The Mean Joe Green rookie card. Number 1 card, Johnny Unitas. So I want to thank you guys for looking at my videos. I really, really appreciate it. When I get that final card, I'll show it to you, which is the Terry Bradshaw rookie card. But like I said, there's no rush on that. It's not like it's a rare card. You can see tons of them on eBay every day, and I got them on my list. It's just that every time I'm gonna get some money to buy him, I find something that I find a little bit rarer that I buy. So, and go take a look at what I got. The goal line art. I got the Walter Payton autograph. And before that, I picked up the Jim Brown autograph. So that's why I keep putting off this Bradshaw. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching my videos. There's been another one of the long ones, but it's the entire 1971 Topps football set. Thanks for watching. This is Orlando from A Collector's Dream. Everyone have an awesome day. And please, please remember to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have an awesome day.